All right, huge win, guys, huge win. For those of you that are doubting, stop it. Stop it. Be good. Stop it. All right, we are going to talk about the numbers, folks. We're not going to get carried away with this. I'm not tonight. I'm not getting carried away with this. I'm thrilled they won. Guys, I don't know. UPL and Nets, I don't know, you know. I mean, I'm looking at potential danger situations eventually. Is it just me, or is UPL just better on the road? I don't know. Maybe something I should look at, eh? Okay, so let's look at the numbers, guys. We'll talk about this. Boys win a big one, a really big one. And the bad news, though, the Islanders won out of town. Winnipeg was useless again for us. Winnipeg lost at home to them. And right now, as I'm speaking, before we look at this, I want to check. Oh my God, folks. It was 2-2 the last time I checked. It's 7-2 Pittsburgh over Tampa Bay. Don't ask me what happened there. I don't even want to look. I don't want to look. All right, let's look at the numbers. Okay, shots on goal, 37-30 for the boys. And look at that face-off stat again, guys. 58% to 42 for the Sabres. That's 3 consecutive games we've looked really good in the face-offs. I don't know. I'm not going to question it. They were 1 for 2 on the power play. Our power play was 0 for 3. Our power play, as far as I'm concerned, no matter how many goals we've scored the last 25 or whatever, is still struggling. They had 17 hits, we had 5. The boys are back to normal in the physical department. The blocks, they had 10, we had 9. They had 4 giveaways, we had 7. Shots on goal per period. First period, 11-10 Washington. Second period, 17-8 Sabres. What a period it was, too. A memorable period for us. And again, 11-10 Washington in the third for that 37-30 edge for the Sabres in the game. Scoring. And the Dylan Cozens show begins. Dylan Cozens gets his first from Middlestat Labushkin at 10:40. Opens the scoring 1-0. And you kind of felt right there that the boys, once they had the lead, were going to be hard to put down today. You could just feel it. Then Dylan Strome ties it up 1-1 at 14:45. Tage scores unassisted, his 40th of the season, guys. All right, the 52 that I called, I think might happen after all. So Tage has 40. Tage scores it at 16:35. Then Oshie replies, what is it, 15 seconds later, 2-2, after a wild first period. Second period, and then the show begins. Skinner opens it up at 5:49 from Samuelsson and Quinn. Gergensons from Okposo and Jost. Okposo looked very good today, I will say. He played a good game. Hinostroza gets a goal in his return to the Sabres dressing room from Power and Cozens. And then Cozens again, his 22nd of the year from Quinn at 12:49. So the Sabres got 4 goals in a 7-minute span. 5:49 between 12:49. There it is. 7 minutes, 4 goals. All of a sudden, the Sabres are up 6-2. The Capitals are scratching their heads saying, what is with these guys? Then Ovechkin scores, and he was pumped when he got it. You would think they're going to get back in it, and they did exactly that. Milano scores at 18:40. To make it 6-4 going into the third. And there you see Cozens with the backbreaker, his hat trick at 11:52. And the Sabres win 7-4. Let's look at the wild card, folks. This is about to change, just so you know. Pittsburgh's winning. So picture the Penguins in there anyway. But for now, this is where it's at, unless the Tampa does some sort of a miracle. So the Islanders still 3 points in front of us. We still have 5 games in hand. I honestly thought Winnipeg would win that game. Winnipeg is useless. Damn. And then you got the Sabres sitting in the playoff spot for now for about 20 more minutes, and then the Penguins will be taking that spot. The Penguins are about to win, and all the other teams just not playing, except Washington, as you see. Big win. We're beating these guys head on, folks. This is really huge, and you notice I've taken Philly out of there for now. If the Flyers win a few and they get within 8 points of a playoff spot, I'll put them back in these discussions here in these clips. So, you know, some stuff that is irritating me, guys, because besides the fact we won, which is great, it is. It's great we won. But folks, Victor Olofsson, again, has disappeared, okay? I did some numbers on him. The last 10 games, 0 goals, 3 assists, a -6, 0 hits, 1 block, but he's had 15 shots on goal. So he's been a bit snake-bitten, but, Victor Olofsson can't be doing this, especially this time of the year. And if he does this the rest of the season, which I don't think he will, but if he does, we have to move him. We have to move him somehow with that contract. He doesn't even have 10 assists this year. He has 9 assists still, guys. It's about time that Olofsson, I think, does a little bit better for what he's getting paid. I get he's one-dimensional and just scores, but we need Victor Olofsson now to score, not months ago. We need him now, especially now without Tuck, and Dahlin today would have helped. But, of course, we're deep. We're a deep young team, guys. And you know what? I mean, what you guys watched today, was the oldest team in the league against the youngest. Washington is 5 full years older than us. Think about that, guys. Think about this Buffalo Sabres team right now, 5 years older. That's the Washington Capitals dressing room after the game. Yeah. So this Sabres team, yes, has a future. 5 full years of it on a team like that. So I don't know. It's I believe it's a changing of the guard. What we've seen today, it's kind of had that feel about it. The truth is, folks, I found the Capitals looked old and slow at certain points in this game, and they were so frustrated they couldn't keep up. You've seen how mad they were getting, how frustrated they were getting. They just couldn't keep up with the young Sabres today. Now, it doesn't mean if we ran into this team in a series, they couldn't beat us. They're a veteran team. They're smart. They've been there. They know how to win. But at the same time, I don't know, has Washington pretty much ran its course with those players? I don't know. We'll see. There's time left for them to turn it around, but there's not time left for them on the biological clock. You know what I mean? This is the oldest team in hockey, and they looked it today. I thought they looked it today. I thought they looked like an old, frustrated team that played their best. That Washington team played their best. You know what their announcer said today? And it really ticked me off, guys. When we scored in the third to make it 7-4, the announcers had the nerve to say for the first time all day today, you can actually hear the Buffalo crowd. This is what they said, which is not true because the crowd in the second was going wild when the Sabres exploded. So I don't know where they get this. And I don't know how they get away with saying stuff like that. I really don't. It's just not something I know we would do, but I thought it just really wasn't cool for them to do that and say that. It's just uncalled for. Because, if you're frustrated the team's not winning, don't make it so darn obvious. Capital announcers, honestly, just don't make it so obvious you're that frustrated. So, look, I think the boys are now in the driver's seat. When it comes to a few of these teams now, look, and also, look, there's a few teams we're not going to dodge. We're just not. I think we can dodge the Islanders eventually because they're old. The Penguins are questionable. I think Detroit's going to stick around. I think they might stick around this time around. And I'm not writing off Ottawa by any chance either. And Florida either. I'm not going to, all these teams you can't write off, but it just gets a feel like the Islanders and Washington are running out of time with these squads. Just how it feels. We'll see. Maybe I'm wrong. The Islanders might just win 7 in a row all of a sudden. And, the Capitals right now, though, I don't know. Well, I just don't know. They're only a few points behind us, right? But we got like 4 games in hand on them. And when they're down to 20 games and we got 24 games, that's huge, guys. That's really huge. And I am excited. Hold on. Hold on, Roma's stuck, folks. What are you doing over here? Come here. All right, guys. Rome got stuck on the radiator. And some words of wisdom to the Capitals fans, of course. Rome must have his 2 cents, folks, and his moment of glory.
Terminate, terminate, terminate.
All right, enough. Go play.
Terminate.
Go out there and play. So that's it, guys. I'm going to I'm going to try not to get too caught up with our goaltending, but I'm worried about it. I got to admit, I just found, I don't know, UPL just didn't look very sharp. He looked very beatable today. You know, I know they had like some chances he stopped, but you know, it's pretty easy to make saves when you're up 6-2, and he still couldn't make them. It felt like, you know, and some of those goals they scored, it just felt like he was really out to lunch on them. It just felt that way, you know. And also, there was one point where Samuelson messed up on their third goal. If you look at the replay, you'll see it's 6-2. They go behind the net, and Samuelson lets up, doesn't take his man. They manage to get it in front, Ovechkin, and then they're back in the game all of a sudden, you know. And then the Middlestat turnover, well, the backwards to the pass back to give them a breakaway. That was pretty humiliating, eh? So, you know, if we are going to go into games late in the year and let teams skate the way I thought we still let Washington skate too much in this game. How I felt, folks, you know. I felt like we let them skate too much. But at the same time, they weren't going to beat us today. I think the Sabres knew this, and pretty much when they closed the deal at 7-4, you know, you could tell it was going to get maybe a bit ugly too out there. But, you know, I think everybody kept calm and got off the ice, and there was no more injuries. I was worried about an injury today, to be honest. This is something that was stressing me during the game also. So I'm just happy we got out of this with the win. We'll get ready for Columbus, guys. That's it. And we'll just see what happens in that game. And we can't take that game lightly. I don't care where they are in the standings. Folks, we have to play that like it's a Game 7 in a playoff series, because in reality, that is what it is. If we miss the playoffs by 2 points this year and we lose that game to Columbus, isn't that a game we can look at the schedule and say, oh my goodness, if only we would have beaten Columbus? You know, we don't want to look back at the season. We want to be able to live with the results, whatever they may be at the end of the year, saying we did our best. That's it. And regardless of what happens. So I'm going to leave it there, guys. I don't want to yak too much, but I'm excited. I'm sure you're excited. Big win. And we'll just take this and we will get ready. We are about 48 hours away right now from that game. So folks, I'll see you tomorrow. Have a good one till then. Go boys! We're in a playoff spot for at least another half an hour. There you go. I'll see you guys tomorrow.